What is up, everybody? We are back with episode 3 of season 2, and we got the newcomer in the community, TheAnimal916, on board with us today. Look at this luscious beard this guy has. This thing is sexy. I don't know. They have a battle going on between our guy Yonk, Stony, and him. I don't know who has the better beard. Because I mean, this guy, you could tell he definitely conditions it. He definitely puts the butter in it. You know, he's got all, and look, that thing shines. He takes care of it. He's got a healthy beard. No, but anyways, Animal, welcome to the show. Glad to have you on here, man. And I'm ready to learn who you are and what you're about, man. So lay it on us.
Pleasure to be here. First off, I think Stony and both Ginger and Stony both have better in volume beards, but I think mine looks the best. I think I take care of the best, you know. So Murphy D likes to say I have the best beard on Twitch as long as Ginger and Stony aren't there. So
man, it's good competition though.
Right? You ain't kidding, brother. No, man, it's good. It's been a whirlwind. I'd never planned on being a streamer. And then I have luckily, you know, I've got a lot of friends in this community, and I basically Taco cyberbullied me into. I'm sure you guys know Taco 2 Kids. Cyberbullied me into being streaming one night, and then you know the rest is kind of history. It happened, like I said, very quickly. I haven't been streaming long. I've only been streamer for about a month now, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'll tell you that much.
So how long have you been around the community before you got into streaming?
Yeah, it's a great question. I've been around the community for about 2 years now. Really heavy within the last year, like once COVID hit and you know there was nothing to do.
Right.
But yeah, I've been kind of you know in and out on Twitch for like the last 3 years, and then yeah, the last year really heavy. Just kind of you know building connections in the community. You know, making a lot of friends, and because of that, like I said, one night I was just kind of talking to Taco, and he did there's a couple. It was about 6 months ago. He used to do like these little Zoom calls where streamers would just come on. So it was like you know guys like CPR and Texas Rafe. And a lot of people in the community, and you know, we'd kind of become friends through Twitch, and he talked me into just joining the Zoom call. I was like, oh, I don't know, let's just do it. So jumped on the Zoom call and had a blast, kind of just chopping up with everybody. They didn't know I do. I mean, they kind of knew I was just from my name, but they'd never seen me before. So, you know, he was like, that was really fun, huh? And I was like, yeah. So he kind of said, hey, you should start streaming. Just get a mic, get a camera. It doesn't cost, you know, they're cheap. It's easy to do. Just get a little capture card, easy peasy. So, kind of spent like another 3 months just kind of building overlays and stuff like that. I actually had a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff. And then
how do you do all yours yourself?
I do everything myself. All my graphics, all my emotes and everything, graphics overlays, all myself. So, the only one that I didn't make is that the awesome one that you see there that Kai's just put with me in the Cowboys helmet. Iron Manny's wife, Miss BPM, actually made that for me. Nice. So kind of when I was on my little affiliate grind, he said, if you know, once you hit affiliate, we got a little surprise for you. And that was the surprise, and I'm obsessed with it. I actually just redid my graphics again, so it's like very prominently focused because she did such a good job. She's like super talented at making. She makes all Manny stuff. I think she makes like Changos and stuff, so she's awesome. But anyways, first stream. Basically, Taco had like we'd just kind of been talking about it, and finally he's like, "Just do it. Stop being a pussy about it." And you know, not to be frank. And I was like, "All right, you're right." You're right. So we plan on doing it super late just to test everything, make sure the mic works, make sure camera works, everything. You know, everything's working as it's supposed to. So we did it at like midnight on like a Tuesday, and that's like Pacific time, so it's like 3 a.m. Plan on nobody coming by. It was just gonna be me and Taco. We were just gonna make sure everything worked. Capture card was doing its thing, and 10 minutes into my very first stream, like, literally, my title of the stream was like test stream. Like, don't come in here and test stream. I get rated by I get rated by 150 people by D Croft.
Oh god, D Croft's a nice dude. We've actually had D Croft on the show.
I love D Croft, dude. D Croft's amazing. He's reached out to me a couple times after, just like checking in, like, hey, see you, you know, you got an affiliate, congratulate. He's like the nicest guy. Yeah, but he rated me with 155 people in my first like just like a test stream. I was like, oh my god, like this is not what we were trying to do.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I let everybody know immediately. I let everybody know. I was like, the gameplay is going to be far less than what you're expecting.
Right.
What you're used to.
It's tough when you get those guys that come in for like this Madden comp and they have this like high ceiling of play, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, about that,
That's
guys. We're not
yeah,
gonna touch this level tonight.
not even remotely,
This
brother.
is gonna be. We're gonna work the menus. We're gonna work the ball down the field slowly but surely.
That's
We
right.
might get a little toxic after
A
we
little
get
bit.
like once we get a pick or something. But till then, we're gonna be the most subtle giant you've ever met on the football field.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, so that was the first stream, and like I said, it was good. It went really well, all things considered, and I feel like I handled the raid as good as I can. And then second stream, my internet just crashed like 5 minutes in the stream. Internet crash. So
No.
yeah, just died like horribly. And I was like, man, like this. So I was like, and then I took like 3 months off. I was
Welcome
like,
to
I'm
streaming.
died. Like
Welcome
I
to
was like, I'm
stream.
not built for this stuff, dude. I can't do this. I'm not built for it. Like,
It's
so then I just
taxing.
like I spent that time just kind of like working on like overlays and making just stuff, just like just basically delaying streaming because I'm just terrified to do it.
Right.
And then, like I said, throughout the time, I've been building a lot of relationships and friendships in this community. And thankfully, I've got people like Texas Rafe and especially like Drunken Master D. Spent a lot of times in his streams late night, and he did his like Drunken with the Boys on Friday nights, and he got me on camera, and that kind of gave me some confidence to have my face on camera. And so it's like all these like little steps that kind of got me to finally be like, all right, fuck it, let's just do this. I already bought the equipment, or I'm already gonna be playing the game. And I got enough people saying that just do it. So finally started streaming. My affiliate
Yeah,
grind
damn
was
Nike commercial.
right. Yeah, my affiliate grind was not a grind at all. 7 days I was averaging like 20 viewers, without raids. It was pretty,
That's a
pretty
hell of a
seamless.
start, bro. That's a
Yeah,
hell of a start.
and that's the way it's been since I started going live. I've been very, like I said, very very fortunate that before I even started streaming, I went in and put in the work. I made a lot of connections, a lot of friendships in this community, and enough people basically saying, please stream. We want to see you stream. And people seem to have fun when I'm doing it, which is a miracle to me. I'm shocked because I didn't think I'd be any good at this. I feel like it's going really well so far, and it's only been a month, so who knows?
Right.
Next month, we might be down to 3 viewers next
to
month.
start out, to start out like that, I think honestly, I keep telling people this, like, as you watch it more, like I've been around it, like we've been around it like almost 4 years now with me. So to watch, like, it's different than when I started. It really is. It's a lot different. Like, a lot of guys are coming in and they're doing it a different way than when I started. Guys are out mingling for years. It seems like most of the guys I see coming in, and they're jumping right on 20 right off the back, so they don't have to face the stress of the low number, because the low number is tough, man. It's rough, and your chat's always rocking. I've been in there multiple times. I like to spend time in there because it's fun, and I like to tease you because, like I said, you're the gentle giant on the field until you pick the ball off or something. Then you're just the whole aura of you just changes in a split second. It's like this new person comes out and you're like attacking this guy, like, and go to the most like loving, most positive dude to the most toxic dude in the split second. And I love it. Like, I think it's so funny, but it's one of those.
I didn't even realize I did that until you pointed it out to me. Like I went back and watched all my clips are like literally me even like praising somebody or saying something nice about, oh, this guy's really good at this, and then I get a lurk and the toxic twitch just like oozes out of me. I can't help it. It's just like, yeah, you idiot, you threw that.
You're like, user.
Yeah, like, oh wow, I'm a lunatic. Cool. I didn't know that. It's awesome. Also, what's fun about watching VODs back? I didn't realize I had such a whiny voice. Like, that's cool. Like, awesome. Like, watching VODs back is a nightmare.
Yeah, but it's the way you learn. And a lot of people don't get that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I gotta tell them, like, go watch yourself. Like, are you happy watching yourself? Are you entertained watching yourself? And that's how you learn. If you're not entertained watching yourself, is anybody else entertained? You know what I mean? Like, probably not. But I think like what you guys are doing, like, it's like a new group of people that do this. Like, you guys are coming in, you're mingling with the community, you're mingling inside certain groups, and you're getting to know these people. So when you guys decide if you want to you want to go from being a viewer and go to being a streamer, and like I have a way I look at this, because not everybody's a content creator. You start as a streamer and you work into being different things. And because I feel like I've just became a content creator because of everything I do now. I think being a content creator is having yourself well versed and rounded with everything. You know what I mean? Like TikToks, YouTube, Instagram, like you're all over the place type of deal. And I think that's when you become a content creator, when you really dip into it. Now you could be a hell of a streamer, which I feel you're ahead of a lot of people that come into the game. I mean, to come into your chat when you have your 20 plus people, everybody's talking, and it just rocks, and it's an enjoyable place to be because you have people inside of your chat literally chatting, having their own conversations while you're doing your thing. Like you don't even have to really, you have this luck right now, like, or whatever you want to call it, where it's, you don't even really have to even entertain your chat. But you don't, because they take care of themselves.
Right.
Which it's I don't know how people, I don't know how, like, I'm still trying to figure that part out. And it's a weird thing because not everybody gets it. It's a weird thing how it happens. Like you'll get certain people inside your chat that just, they'll carry a conversation. You're good to play the game. They don't really care what's going on. They're over here doing their own thing, and your chat says vroom, vroom, up and down, and I'm just like, okay, so how the hell does he do this? Like, and that's like me. Like, I don't, like, I still can't figure that out, and I've been doing it for almost 4 years.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very blessed in that regard. And like I said, it could all end up, it's part of it's the first month hype, I just got affiliates, so everybody's like really excited about that. And it could all, die down, next month or 2 months from now. And that's fine. I would be fine. I'd be fine if there's 2 people in there or, 30 people. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy to be able to hang out. I think the biggest thing I've had the advantage of doing is that, like I said, I've built genuine friendships. I'm not the best at the game. I'm not the most, high energy or most entertaining guy.
I think you're pretty entertaining.
I appreciate that.
I think you're pretty entertaining, especially when you hit that little notch. Because like I get to have, I have had these conversations with you where you sit down and you're so subtle, and then like I was like blown away the first time I called it. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, we go 0 to 100 real quick.
I was like, my man literally just snapped and went to this other person. Like you were so toxic, and I'm like, but he was just so positive. I was like, what? Because you get confused. Like I was like,
oh yeah, What the nice guy?
I was like the first. Like, that literally was it. Like the first time, I'm just like,
that's funny.
I was just stuck. You know what I mean? I was
like I said, I never even noticed.
And then I watched you do it again, and that's when I said something to you. I'm like, dude, why are you toxic every time you fucking do something? Like every time you intercept the ball.
There's something about getting a user alert. There's a feeling because it's you basically personally affecting the game. It's not like the CPU doing something or just getting a block shed. It's like you being like, oh, I tricked this guy. I'm the reason I'm winning this game, and I'm very competitive. Like I'm like the most, like everybody says, oh, I'm the most competitive. Like no, when my family doesn't play board games with me anymore because I'll cheat, steal, lie, win the game.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, exactly. I got 2 daughters.
If I gotta throw the board, we're throwing the board.
Oh yeah,
nobody wins.
No, for reals. Like that's like Monopoly's banned from my family's house.
Really?
Because I've tossed boards before. Yeah, it's I'm a pain to be around because I'm very competitive. It doesn't matter. It could be a coin flip and all. If I lose,
I'm like that too. I think my wife hates it that I'm that competitive. Because
and I think that comes from football, or competitive sports in general.
Well, it's kind of rubbed off it rubs off on your kids at a certain age.
Sure.
It starts like my son LJ, he's ridiculously competitive. He hates losing. He's not having it. Like if he loses, he gets mad, and I'm like, look, you can get mad, but there's no crying, bro. Like just go back and do it again. Like, and they all get competitive. Like we have a game in our house basically, and see who can score the most points by scaring somebody.
Oh, that's dope. I like that.
I win the game all the time. I never get scared. Like they try so hard. They hide behind corners and stuff, and they'll pop out and I'll look at them. I'm like, good try. And I just keep walking. And they get so mad when we do it because, like, my wife, if you can get her at the right time, you literally score massive points. Like you score 2 points.
The best reaction.
Well, she's so like she scares at everything. Like I'll wait till she's in the shower. And I'll know she's in there, like she'll be like washing her hair or something, like completely oblivious to what's going on and just enjoying the shower. And I'll come in and I'll go, ah, real loud. And she'll be like, oh, fuck. Like, oh
that's
my
great.
God, it's amazing. Like
that's
I should,
awesome,
I should do a series on TikTok with it.
Right?
Be great. But
And
we
that's what I need. I need to pick your brain too. I need to get some pointer because, like I said, I'm new to all this. Like like I said, for all intents and purposes, like I said, we started like 6 months ago, did 1 or 2 streams and nothing. For all intents and purposes, I've been streaming for about a month now.
so what's your plans? Like
Yeah.
what are like the plans for you going forward? Like is there do you have anything like set in front of you or anything like I know you guys got something going on with you, Stony, and God, I can't even think of the other name now.
Young,
Yeah,
Mamre.
Yonk
We're the
and
Bash
Mamre.
brothers. Yeah, there's nothing. And Young, because I kind of made so Young got
Let's get the
you voiced
story on
about it.
this.
Yeah, so first I'll give you the genesis of the Bash brothers. So, our boy Fendler, he does his CFM where you basically can have your likeness in the game
Right.
for his little CFM he does. So Young's one of my best friends in the community, somebody I talk to on it every day. I have his phone number. We talk every
Right.
day. So we had kind of like been colluding. We're like, hey, we got to lock down these safety spots because safety spots popped off in the previous season. It's like we're going to be the Bash brothers in the you'll be strong safety, I'll be free safety. We'll just clean up the so we kind of like rigged it so that we would make sure we got those 2 positions. Bash brothers, and the funniest thing is the entire CFM season, our guys did nothing, like literally nothing the entire time. So anyways, so we're kind of talking, and then we ended up like folding Stoney into that because he kind of fit the same kind of
Right.
big beard, bald head, and
Right.
then Mamre ended up joining on too. So yeah, we got this like a little 4-guy crew of just just buddies, just Twitch buddies essentially. It's not like a
2 middle linebackers, 2 safeties.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
The hybrids.
Yeah, so it's just it's just people that we're really close with. People we talk to. Like I talk to Stoney every day. I talk to Mamre every day. These are just brothers basically. Yeah, so
Right.
Stoney knows what's up. So Young got a membership to place it. It's like this site where you can like make overlays and all this stuff. And he's like, hey, check this out. So I was looking, and you can make album covers. I was like, oh, that's super dope.
Oh God, here we go.
So then I just so I was like, let me make an album. Let me drop the hottest album of the summer really quick. Stone a Kiss in the chat. What's up, baby? And yeah, so I literally was just I had like 30 minutes to kill. I was like, I'm just gonna make this really quick. And then I put on there, I was like, oh, we got big plans. And then so Young hit me up. He's like, what are these big plans that we have? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I thought you guys had something cool coming, man. I really did. I was waiting, man. I was hoping.
Bro, that's Young said the same thing. He's like, you better do something. Like we better have something happen. So
right.
Maybe we'll do like a charity stream or a community game night or something like that. We'll figure something out. But for me personally, my goals, and that's the crazy thing, I don't really have any goals. I don't want to be a partner in 2 years. I have nothing like that. I didn't even plan on being a streamer. I just hit the button and it's been going really well. So we're having a good time right now. Like I said, I know I never expect anybody to show up, and somehow I'm really lucky that everybody likes coming by. My place has kind of become the like I stream late. I'm on the West Coast, and I usually I work until 5 every night, and then I either have to make dinner, or if I have the girls, I got to do dad duty. So I usually don't start streaming until like 8 p.m. my time, Pacific time. So that's 11, 12 Eastern. So my stream has kind of turned into like the streamer hangout where all the guys are, people are editing their videos, or, they just got on streaming. They want to come, just relax a little bit. That's kind of what my streams become, which is awesome because I just have a bunch of amazing, people in my chat, just, like you said, interacting with themselves. Like I don't have to do much.
Right.
I just gotta, if I see something come in, I'll, obviously address chat and engage, but I don't have to, tap dance and dance around and do anything like that.
Right.
I'm very fortunate in that regard. And I think part of that's just because, like I said, I've put in the work. I've built all these relationships, and it's not like it's, I don't go in everybody's chat and say, hey, what's up, and just leave. Like I engage with anytime if I'm in a room, I'm going to engage in it. And it's tough to do because like I said, I work full time. Luckily I work from home. So I always have, my phone up, I have my tablet up. So I'm able to, kind of put those up while I'm working, and I just build relationships. So, kind of circling back to your question, goals, nothing really. I would like to keep growing. We're going at like an insane rate. Obviously, it's not sustainable. Right. We're not going to keep But
I think it only dies if you allow it to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's one of those things is that you understand how it's done, like in the regards of building relationships and building not just building a Twitch relationship, but like a stronger outside relationship from streaming. And those are big. Like I think those are the best relationships to build, and like I have a few of those myself, and that's one of those things is like I don't think a lot of people get it. Like I don't think a lot of people really get that aspect. But like I said, there's been some of you guys that have been out here really at this for a little bit and then become streamers. You guys just get that chat, man, and you guys get the stream to pop right away. Like, and it's awesome to see that guys are literally doing that, and they're I think in time, I think it may change the dynamic of how people actually network and whatnot in the communities. And then you also have Madden 22 coming out, knowing that's your game to play.
Yep.
What are you looking forward to out of this game, man?
Oh, so much. So yeah, like you had mentioned, I don't stream anything else. I don't stream Call of Duty. I don't stream MLB. I retired MLB yesterday. Actually, I installed it. But I had been playing MLB all summer. I play COD. I was playing with Sony last night. I play COD all the time. I know what I'm good at and what I can focus on. Like if I'm playing COD, I can't. There's no way I can look at chat or even do anything.
Right.
And I know what I personally like watching. So the people I try and bring in my room, I want to be known as just a Madden streamer. Like that for me, like I might be putting myself in a box, maybe to my detriment. We'll see. But that's my game. It's the game I'm most passionate about. I played football for 13 years. I've played Madden since it came out. Since it came out on the SNES. I've been playing Mutt since
back in the 90s.
Mutt 25. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, 80s.
Oh yeah, 89. 89 was the first one.
89, I believe, is the first.
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo.
I think I started in. I think 91 might have been the first time I picked it up.
Yeah, and I've always been like I said, a pretty high level Madden player. I'm not competitive by any means because those guys are built differently, especially it's a young man's game. I'm never gonna go for an MCS title, but I usually sit around 17 to 18 wins in weekend league. I wanna get top 100 a bunch this year. That's a goal. I need to get so my biggest I think downfall is I don't have a schedule. And part of the problem is like I said, I'm a father of two daughters from two different mothers. So my schedule is always up in the air. Like today, I have my daughter today. I had to call my mom and have her. She's watching Dallas right now. I wasn't supposed to have her today, but something came up. And so, you just kind of adapt. So I'm a single dad. I don't have a girlfriend. And the way people ask, I'm like, I'm retired. I have two daughters.
I'm retired.
I'm retired from the game, man. I got nothing.
Yo, I feel you, bro. Like, look, I got 3 kids. I am good.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't want to go back to that young age no more. They can tell me what they want. They can tell me what they need to eat. Like, we're good, man.
Exactly. Captain Joe, what's up, buddy? Miss you, man. I miss Captain Joe's stream. I'll tell you that much.
He'll be back.
I know he will be. I know. But yeah, man. So
bastard he is.
I know. So yeah, so that's what's kind of tough for me is like I said, I don't have a schedule. So I'm working on a schedule. Like I said, I'm just kind of I'm shooting from the hip. I'm winging all like, especially even like this interview. I'm just like, that's because that's what I have to do out of necessity.
Well, we had a time. We had it locked in, guys. We had to change it up. We had to change it up because my dumb ass scheduled it on the worst possible day I could possibly, like literally possibly schedule it on. Was on a fucking Madden release day.
That's like Rowdy rescheduling his comeback for the very first NFL preseason game. It's like,
I mean, that's a preseason game. It's Dallas and football. It's Dallas and Pittsburgh. Nobody fucking cares.
Stop it. Well, if it ain't Cash just showing up spamming my emotes. By the way, that's the one thing that I will never get used to, and it always just geeks me out. Just seeing somebody else use my emotes in like a chat, even if it, like, especially if
bro,
it is.
It absolutely is a dope thing,
bro.
Like, I think what was it? I think I seen yours the other day. I was watching Madden Live and I seen somebody spam them there, and then like I seen mine go, and I'm like, yo. Like I'm just sitting here because I've been watching the show for a while and I've never I've known it's probably happened because I have like I said, we got guys that really ride for us. Like both of us have those guys.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was just one of those things is that I happened to be in the stream when it went this time. You know what I mean? I seen the lock-ins go. I was like, yeah,
I still feel like that, bro. And I'm glad after you've been streaming for what, 3 years now? 2-3 years?
Almost 4.
Almost 4, yeah.
Almost 4 in November for me.
So you still get that, and like I said, for me, like that's
the first time I've ever seen it, man. Like it was the first time I've ever seen it. I've seen it in other people's chats.
Yeah,
but that was in front of 3,000. There was like almost 5,000 people because they were doing it was the night they were bringing in the first stuff for Mutt. So like that stream was high. Like everybody was there. Like everybody from the community was watching. and we're sitting here watching on the stream, and it just popped. And I'm like, yo, that's like no way somebody just, and I didn't even know who did it because it went so fast, but I caught it. I watched it go by. I was like, dude, I was like, that's dope.
Yeah. By the way, Casio, obviously we all know and love Casio. His emo right there, that's forever been my favorite emo. It's one of his emos.
Animal.
It's the anime. So for the longest time, that was like my emote until I became an affiliate and had my own emotes to use. It was like always my go-to.
So
I love Casio.
Is there a specific mode? Do you play everything inside of Madden, or are you a lock-in Mutt guy?
I'm a Mutt guy, man.
Mutt guy. Do you do CFMs at all?
Oh yeah, and I will this year. I haven't done CFMs like the last 2 years because nothing's changed.
Yeah, right.
It's the same thing. Like I used to be pretty heavy into CFM, like Madden 25.
Okay.
But then 17, 18, 19, 20, nothing changed. Literally, they just copy and pasted. So, it's just you do the same uneven trades to get Quentin Nelson on your team. And
right.
It's the same thing literally every year. So the fact that they're actually pumping up this year, I definitely will probably get into a couple CFMs. Especially now that I'm a streamer, that seems to be a cool thing, like streamer, CFMs. So
right.
I would love to. I don't play squads that much, but I might now.
Right.
Now that I have a reason to. But yeah, I don't play regs. I don't play Superstar KO. I don't think anybody plays Superstar KO, for being honest with ourselves. I don't play.
I do every now and then. Like it's kind of like the beginning of the year type of deal. Like because they usually drop that one random ass card in KO that can actually help you. It can actually help you. And like this year, they're dropping Aaron Rodgers. We all know Aaron Rodgers' release was the best release in the game in 21. He probably had the best release. And I'm not a Rodgers fan. I'm really not. But I never used his card. But his release was like, man, I was like, that ball's getting out fast. And we all know throw power and release was key to getting the ball to where you want it to go this past season. And so I don't know, like I'm kind of up in the air.
You might dabble a little bit.
Where are you thinking you're going at quarterback? Do you have your quarterback locked in yet?
So, yeah, I do. So here's the thing. I have, as I have for like the last, I'm gonna run a 50-50 Cowboy squad, and I'll do it early in the year. Ooh. And there'll be bronzes and silvers, and that's fine.
So we're going Dak right off the rip.
I'm going Dak right off the rip until Romo gets a card, and then I'll go him.
How did Dak's card look? I didn't get a chance to look at it. How was his throw power?
I'm pretty sure it's an 82. It's not great, and I think he's a bad archetype. I think he's a field general, which is unfortunate. But
Dak's a field general. Okay,
but I mean,
EA might want to go back and revisit that.
I'll probably start 25 just so I can have a competitive squad, because I can't be rocking on
right.
But yeah, like I said, I'm a big Mutt guy. I play Mutt.
But what are you looking forward out of Mutt this year? Is there like a specific way? Like, I mean, because they've changed a lot, like what they're doing with training and how we're putting chems on and stuff like that. So what is there anything specific inside Mutt that you're really amped up about that really caught your attention and has you ready to go?
So I'm really looking forward to like the 6-week seasons. I think that's such a great way of keeping the game fresh throughout the year. Because that's the problem is, it's everybody just plays weekend league for like monthly rewards, and it's like, whatever, that's fine. It's easy to get legendary rewards. If you got to just play 25 games, but having seasons, having it broken up into little seasons, it's going to make the game stay fresh significantly longer throughout the year. So I'm really excited about that. I like that there's no physical chems, so that 99 speed aren't, because everybody had 99 speed everything by like January. The game was dead at that point, because once everybody's 99 speed, there's no new cards that are going to make a difference for your team.
Right.
So I think they're planning ahead to make the life cycle of this game longer, which I'm really excited about.
So do you think they're going to go? Do you think they're trying to adapt anything from MLB The Show?
We'll see. I mean, they'd be wise to. I think MLB has a lot of good things about their game. Like I said, I enjoyed playing it. But MLB was the side piece. It was the side chick, and it was never going to need a ring on it. And it was just delaying until wifey came home from vacation. And out. Now wifey's back looking hella cute, so we got to put the ring on it.
So what he's saying, guys, is that she came back with a sundress on. She got a maxi dress
100%,
on.
Bro, 100%.
It's stuck between the butt cheeks.
And I could not have kicked MLB to the curb faster. I was like, oh, we've had a lot of fun. I appreciate it. A lot of memories that. But you gotta go. It
kind of did that to me too, and I don't know what it was. Like I played it just like you. Like I was grinding.
Oh, grinding.
Like I think we have we have over 100. I think we have over 150 losses, but we have 102 wins or something like that in ranked
Nice,
seasons. Like that's how much ranked I played, and I went hard on the rank.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know what clicked. Something just happened. I went and played Madden one day, and I think I went on like a 6 or 7-0 run. And I was locked. I was locked back on, like I was back to playing
I
football
watched
again.
it happen. I watched it happen with you too. It was great.
I'm just like,
and viewership went up too in a dead time.
It was weird. It was definitely weird.
The problem with MLB, I think, is that
it's a tight community.
Everybody's at 99. Everybody's got a 99 team already. And the game's been out for 3 months. Like, where do you go from there? Like, everybody's already capped out essentially.
I mean,
like,
but
especially the All-Star cards.
I think it's also, I think what makes it fun though, like you can be at that, but you still get these other cards and everybody's team is different. I think that's what really drove me, is that you weren't seeing I mean, yeah, of course you're gonna say some of the same pictures, but most of the time you weren't seeing the same teams. And that's what I was liking. And I think that's where Madden can benefit from. Is like, if you're gonna put out the cards like that, put them out like make it a bunch of freaking people, and I think it's a great move if they do that, because it gets boring facing the same people. And now you're adding another level to it. Now you just added an extra week to the season,
right?
So to me, I feel like what they're doing with the seasons is kind of coming from
the innings kind of thing.
Yeah, like I think it's coming from sort of something like that. It's like the innings and whatnot. And I think you're absolutely right. I think it'll be fun because it's gonna start over, and then you gotta grind again. Like, and I think you're gonna see a lot of different stuff. And I mean, I love what they did. I forget what they called it, but it's where you're actually putting the chems on the guys. I forget what they called it. They changed it this year. Instead of having to physically go and put them on each person. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Cards. They took away the physical, and I think that's going to add a lot to. Aiden makes a good point. Everyone's going to take the meta players for sure. You're going to see all your top players are going to have all the the top players that come out, the legends and all that stuff. But without having physical chems, it's going to make strategy matter a lot more. And I think one of the things that is being slept on a lot is the halftime adjustments. Like, that's so huge.
That's a scary thing. It's a scary thing because I love it too. And we were talking about this the other day, and I don't know if you'll agree with me on this. And I think it's going to make this is where I believe the money comes into play. This is where you start, where it gets expensive to play Mutt, is because you're going to have a certain amount of training to be able to switch those chems every game. And people, I mean, you look, if you can switch your chems, I don't know if they said it or not, if we can switch chems in weekend league or not. I don't know if that was a thing or not, if you're allowed to do that. Because I believe weekend league, I believe it was brought out that that's going to be part of the ladder. I think it's part of the ladder. So I can't remember if I heard right or not, but that's where, I mean, that's 25 games that you have to go through, and you have to decide when you want to switch when or if you want to switch your chems. And the thing is now this is where you're going to see who's good. You're really this is gonna turn up the competition of Madden to another level. Like, a lot of people don't agree with it, but yes, this is gonna make a lot of money for EA. It really is. 100%. But
Mutt's always expensive. Whether
I think this will be the most expensive Mutt that touches to date.
Oh, ever. Absolutely.
This will be the most expensive Mutt that we see.
Oh, the account they have, whoever does they're a genius. They know how to milk everybody for, like I said, you're either spending a lot of money or you're spending a lot of time. Mutt's not cheap. No matter, even if you're no money spent, you're spending a lot of time to have a competitive team.
Right. And I think they put it right in front of us that it's going to be expensive. I mean, especially if you're playing MCS. If you're going in MCS, you're going to play the ladder right away, because it starts the 21st. Literally starting the 21st, the day after the game fully releases.
That's wild. Yeah.
Like, bro, like, you're going to have to spend a shit ton of money to have a team to hold yourself high on that ladder. And then you have to get into, like I said, you're going to have to decide when you're switching these guys, if you switch these guys at halftime. But the other side is your mind's going to be like, well, what's this guy have on this team that he can switch to? Because I don't think they've ever mentioned if we can see what they have on their bench to switch to.
I don't know if they have. What's up, Manny?
I don't know if anybody in chat's heard that, or if you've heard if there's a way of seeing that.
No, but I'm super. Like I said, it's gonna be it's gonna be frustrating for like the super toters out there. You
Right,
know, the
right.
guys that run, tight ends. Tackles at tight end. Like you can go in at halftime and then just put all your inside stuffs and no outsiders in. So it's gonna force people to it's gonna force people to be balanced. You're gonna have to be balanced. You
Guess
can't.
what? This boy is already balanced, so I'm
Yes, you. Yeah,
good. I've always been a balanced guy. Like, do I prefer to run the rock? 100%, but I can pass the ball too. So that's what I love
yeah,
about it. And I'll tell you what. Throughout the years, as we've seen it, it was heavy run.
yeah.
And the people that these guys get so locked on to stopping that run. And when you come out and you can actually pass and dot people up, they're like, they don't have no clue what to do. Like their adjustments
Right.
are all messed up. They're like, yo, this guy's passing against me. What is going on? And it's just how like it's one of the best things is when you start getting people flustered by it. Like you're like, yeah, you don't know what to do. Like I'm gonna
Yes.
just throw, and then you're gonna think I'm gonna throw, and then I'm gonna go run, and then you're just like, I can't
And
stop him.
and that's what I take the most pride in. Like I said, I think that's the one I'm the best at in regards to
Right.
Madden is making adjustments and just making people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, your adjustments are crazy. Like honestly, watching you it's I watch you and I'm just like, how does he like? I think that's my biggest thing is I can't adjust fast enough. I got like one or two adjustments and I'm done. Even if I
Yeah.
adjust at all, sometimes I go stock defense and I rely on my brain to just go.
Yeah,
And
I couldn't. It's 6 to 7 adjustments every. Like I couldn't even imagine that.
well, I played for so long though. I played for so long, so I get what's supposed to happen and where people are supposed to go. Does it happen in Madden?
No,
No,
not all the time.
but if I'm quicker than you,
yeah,
then I can make the play. You know what I mean? And my mind triggers so fast. It's like I watch you. I'm studying how you like. Everybody gets in a pattern. I don't care who you are. Everybody has a pattern. It eventually shows somewhere along the line. It might be a little late in the game. It might be too late in the game. You might be getting smashed, but I'm gonna play you and make you know that hey, look, I figured you out. Next time I see you, I know what you're doing. And that's the beauty of next gen because I get to see these guys multiple times.
well, and here's the thing. So I'm basic. I'm still rocking a day one edition Xbox One, like the day one edition.
I feel bad for you.
Bro, and I'm getting a new act. So next time that Matt Swider guy, puts a tweet up, I'm getting one.
Listen. I got you. Next time I see it pop on, you got the money. Next time it pops on Best Buy, I'll get it. I'll have one.
Yeah,
done deal.
Like I said, I got youngins. Like I said, I'm getting next batch that comes out. I'm getting one.
I'm telling
I'll be
you,
behind.
Best Buy is where it's at. Best Buy is where it's at. Honestly, it's the easiest place to pop them. I've taken like six or nine of them out of there, somewhere in that range. Yeah. But to me, so now when you go into the competitive scene, I mean, they changed up some stuff.
They did.
The money is god awful for these guys.
Oh,
like esport wise, I think it's a joke. Like it's a joke for these guys that want to make a living off of it, and I feel bad for a lot of these guys because they put so much fucking time in this game. They promote this game. They give EA everything free, pretty much. Like, and it's like, bro, you're a multi-billion-dollar company. You know what I mean? Like, if they go, I was something like on Out of Bounds the other day. They were talking like on a weekend, and it was brought up like what MLB did. They did like a stub sale or something.
Yeah.
And they made $1 billion or some shit in that little window. I'm like, I was just blown away. Like when it comes into perspective. And then I'm like, what was it? I think it was last year. I think if I recall right, it was last year. During like the Christmas time, like I think I don't know if it was the quarter from October to Christmas, like because that's a lot of big promo inside of there for us. Like we go crazy in that time.
Oh, everybody,
like,
yeah.
I mean, you have Most Fear, you have Most Fear, and then you had the Harvest, you got Zero Chill. I mean, it's a big time of the year, and I think it was like a weekend, and I believe it was when Sean Taylor dropped or something like that. And then they dropped Cleo Mack the next week. I think they made over $1 billion in 2 weeks.
That's so wild. And
it was some astronomical number, and I'm just like,
and they're patting themselves on the back for having a 1.65 million prize pool,
right? And I think what really sucks is that they
I
can't
agree,
get
guys.
they can't get the NFL to buy in like 2K does with these
Yeah.
guys. You know what I mean? FIFA, like certain games, like I mean, look at Fortnite. Like they brought up Fortnite. That kid was 15 or something like that. Won $3 million.
Well,
You
it's
know, like I mean, it's.
because why would they? I mean, look how much money they're making wwithout having to do that.
But
It's
I
they
honestly see.
should.
I
Should they?
honestly, I
Absolutely.
think this. I think the MCS is gone after a couple of years. I don't even think it exists.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Especially if things like bot wars keep blowing up. I mean, look at the viewership. Look at the community engagement with
Right.
something like bot wars.
Yeah, and and the thing is that these guys can't make a living off of it. I mean,
No.
they can't live off of it because I mean, depend where they win it. I mean, I don't know how much you've gotten into the MCS, but where they win it, they go to California and win. They pay California taxes,
Yep.
not where they live. So that's a big thing because California taxes aren't cheap.
I live in California. Can confirm.
It's not cheap for that stuff. But I mean, going into this, do you have are you what are your expectations going into this game? Do you have are you high, are you medium, or are you just trying to
Oh,
stay like even and let's see what
yeah.
happens type of deal?
So
Or
I try and be as optimistic as possible, especially with the new game. Like, nobody wants, especially as a streamer, nobody wants to hear you. Everybody wants to be excited.
right,
So nobody wants to walk in and be like, oh yeah, this new game's gonna suck. Like, all right, well that's great. Like that's you're just you're pooping in my my punch bowl. Like that's nobody wants that. So I have really high expectations. It looks like they're listening to a lot of the things that, like I said, taking away physical chems is huge. Just some people have been asking for multiple years now, because again, everybody gets 99 speed by the end of the game. It makes there's no they're at the end of the day they're trying to make money, and if they want to make money, they're gonna make the value of the really high speed cards more valuable. And by doing that, you really that's the whole reason behind removing physical chems. That's the only
right.
reason to do it is to make the expensive cards more expensive so people buy more packs so they make more money. So, but in terms of gameplay, like I said, they halftime adjustments, that's a good move. Like they're trying to make the game feel fresh as much as they can. This is year 2 in next gen. I feel last year they were like kind of building it as they went along with
Right.
the current gen, and it was kind of half-assed. So having a full year of them doing next gen, I think I have really high expectations. I didn't get to play the beta because again I still have old console, but the feedback seemed to be mixed. But the feedback's always gonna be mixed. That's the whole point of a beta, is to get find bugs
Yeah, exactly.
in what people are saying, so that they can make their last adjustments before they launch the game. So I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it's gonna be fun watching people run around with 78 speed linebackers again. That's gonna be always people always forget, like you get so used to the 99 speed
Right,
everything,
right.
and it's
Everything's
like your
gonna be
players like in molasses run around. Yeah, exactly. So it's just fun. It's like Christmas. We're basically on Christmas Eve right now, because the game could launch today or tomorrow potentially.
right,
If they
right.
release a little bit earlier. So everybody's if you're not excited, you're doing it wrong. You
I
can't
mean,
go into this new game expecting the worst,
me,
because if you are, you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
I think like I'm like in the middle. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like just like yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm not. I can't say I'm not really excited. I'm
Yeah,
really excited for franchise. I'm a franchise guy. I love
yeah,
franchise, but I fell away from it. Like as you did, I fell away from
right.
it because
Same thing.
your drafting was the same, your scouting was the same, your everything was the same. You might have had a couple adjustments here and there that changed, but it was overall the same. And when they brought out the new stuff with scouting,
Oh, bro,
I was I
it's gonna be
was I
so
was
exciting.
like balls like bing, like
Oh
what?
yeah,
Because like they really got me excited when they were talking about like the national, when you had the national scout, and like say you take them and you go and scout somebody that you found that's a gem laying around,
yeah,
and it alerts everybody, it alerts like everybody else in the league. Like say so if you're playing the 32-man CFM, man, that's just gonna be fun. Like you get to be an asshole if you really want. Like you just like
yeah.
okay, like so this guy got a gem. Let's see what we can do. Like I got this pick. Like I can go. Maybe I go and take that pick from him and mess up this whole scenario of things. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna make the game. I think it's just gonna bring a whole other element to the franchise again, and I
Oh, for
think it's
sure.
really gonna amp up that side of the game. And like when they brought, like the only thing I really didn't like, I played a lot of franchise, so I have a lot of I have almost a season in the beta. Like literally almost played 17 games. in franchise,
Oh,
and
wow.
I stopped after I found out that I couldn't
Carry it
do.
over.
Well, no, it wasn't really anything with the scouting. The new stuff for scouting was,
Okay.
and that's what I was looking to do. And
Sure,
then once
sure.
I heard that, I was like, yeah, okay, let's pump the brakes quick. And I didn't play it after that. I didn't even get into my like. I was so interested in what was
That's
going
so
on with
funny.
franchise, like because they brought the tree in for the coaches again. Now you have
Yeah, I
coaches
saw that.
again.
Yeah,
Now
your
you get
assistant
to
coaches and
dictate how
whatnot.
your coaches
Yeah.
are. So like, there's so much. There's so many different elements. The only thing I didn't like was the meter, the the momentum meter, because
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
felt like once it was up there, no matter how big of plays you made and changed the direction of the game, like and brought it back, that thing barely moved. And
And that's something they can tune that in the season. That's something
right.
that's easily tunable. It's not gonna, game breaking. I just want my linebackers to anime. That's all I want this year. That's all I'm looking
I
forward
don't
to
want
in Mutt.
Superman linebackers. I'm going opposite of you. I don't want the Superman linebackers. One thing I'd like
Ah,
to see in Mutt though, honestly,
yeah,
is it aggravates me. It is probably the biggest thing that like literally pisses me off to the fullest in the game. Is that when I have a Calvin goddamn Johnson and I throw the ball up for a jump ball and he doesn't fucking jump, but the goddamn cornerback can jump. That aggravates the living piss out of me. I'm like, dude, this dude made millions jumping for the ball. Like, how can I not jump? But to tell you guys what I felt in the game, I was able to jump. I was able to
oh, that's
jump in
good.
franchise. I was able to jump in franchise. I don't know how that
Good.
translates to Mutt
Right.
because there's abilities and all that nonsense. So I don't know if it, but I know you can jump. I can jump in franchise. So it was actually nice because you could actually click on your guy and you can take over the route. So like
That's
if
awesome.
your quarterback gets hit, you know how many times we click in Mutt. We've all do it. We get hit, ball's teetering. We're trying to hit the triangle. We're trying to click on that receiver and
Yep.
trying to come forward and come back and get the ball because we see it happening, and it always gets picked off. So I'm hoping what we're seeing in franchise kind of translate into the gameplay in Mutt.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I
it's
think it makes it that much more competitive. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Like as yourself, you're competitive, and those things I think have been missing from the game for the last couple of years.
I agree. Well, and even especially as a streamer, like it gives you just more content to do. You
Right.
don't have to go and play Weekend League every single stream. It gives you something else you can fall back on. It gives you some variety, and it's like I said, it's a new thing. There's going to be a lot of people jumping into CFM, which is really exciting.
Now, what did you? I don't know if you called on to like the stadium momentum things and stuff like that.
A little bit,
Now,
yeah.
was that I missed it. I caught part of it. I knew it was franchise based too.
Yep.
Where is that a thing going into Mutt?
No, it's not in Mutt.
No, it's
Not
not in
not
the
at
Mutt.
all.
Okay. So,
No, people
um,
were freaking out for like 3 days, but nope, not in
yeah,
Mutt.
I missed it. Because I knew they were releasing something on it, and I missed it. Um, with the game. So, from what I understand, the game's going to be different on next gen compared to it is old gen.
Yep.
So, we're going to get more of what everybody wanted, and you guys are still kind of basically going to get 21. Is
That's
that my
correct.
understanding?
And that's from all intents and purposes. I mean, like I said, the beta was not even. They didn't even. They haven't really mentioned anything about current gen, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. And that's like I said, that's fine. I'm coming over to next gen. Ideally in the next week or two. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be behind everybody by like a month. So just fine. We'll be fine. I'll be all right. Like I said, I'll rely on my offense is dog shit anyways, regardless of what I do. So I'm a defensive player.
You're
And my
definitely
defense
you
is
definitely
really
got
elite.
it on a defense. Like
Yeah, my
I
defense
was
is
impressed. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was like I was the first thing I said to you. I was like, yo, you want to lab?
yeah,
Like
yeah. And
I was
I
like,
think maybe I got to play squad so I can get somebody to play my offense. Maybe that's the move for me is become a squads guy.
yeah. I mean, so you got all this. Do you have plans for Madden 22? Like, is there anything like your besides like the Mutt stuff? Do you have any certain content that you're bringing to the game that you're gonna have fun with, or you're just gonna rock the game and go with the flow type of deal?
Yeah, yeah. So like I said, no like crazy plan. Like I said, I'm definitely going to. Like I said, I'm a big pack guy, so I'll be just like a lot of this. I'll be
Oh,
ripping a lot of packs.
let's get it. So
Um,
what's the so let's stop you right there. You're gonna rip packs. Are we ripping on the? Are we ripping on the 12th?
A little bit,
A little bit,
not as heavy, because last year it totally burned me. I ended up basically doing like $500 during the beta, or not the beta, but during the EA play period.
Right.
And then once like the game launched, that's when all the superstar players came out, and those were like the really good cards. They were baked in abilities. So I was like, damn, so I got to drop another $200. So I'll probably just do like one bundle during the EA play. Just like
you got that control, because your eyes are telling me you don't have that control.
I know, bro. I'm gonna rip every fucking pack in the store, bro. This is the lies I'm telling myself right now. It's a different story once the game launches.
I'm looking at you and I can see that twinkle. I can see it the little twinkle in the eye. We're ripping, bro.
Dude, there's so many times I'll be like on a Discord with Taco, like at like midnight, and
dude, he's got to be the worst though, because Taco's a ripper too. Like he likes to rip.
Oh, we'll be sitting there, we'll egg each other on. He'll be like, "Hey, I'll rip a bundle if you do." I'm like, "Okay, fine."
Right.
So yeah, no, I'm 100% gonna get top 100 in weekly. That's one thing for sure that I'm gonna have happen this year. Is that I'm gonna be good enough. I know that we can do that. I'm not gonna obviously compete like MCS, but top 100 in weekly league. That's a early goal that I think I can knock out pretty easily.
Now, say you make these goals, right? You hit these top 100s. That's gonna push you in the ladder no matter what, or do you have to sign up?
Yeah. I think you have to sign up. Okay. Which I mean, if that ends up coming out, I'm never gonna beat. I've actually gotten matched up with a couple interesting people. I got matched up with Banks IQ once, which was actually hilarious because at the time I was actually running Banks IQ's ebook from Huddle GG.
Jeez.
So. And dude, that guy's a dean. Like he's a just wizard on the stick. So right off the rip, he just stopped and go with me to death. And I was like, oh. And this guy, he knew exactly what I was doing. He's like, come, this looks familiar. So he smoked me. I've actually played Snoop Dogg before, which is amazing.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Matched up with him in Weekend League of all time, like last year. And I knew it because he's got his own player in the card, or he's got his own card in the game, which is crazy. He's got like long hair as a receiver. And dude, he was freestyling the whole game. Bro, he was freestyling the whole game. It was like the coolest thing. Talking hella shit, freestyling. That was a blast.
So did he talk to you on the mic, or do you not have your mic? That's awesome.
Yeah, he had his mic on. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's talking hella shit.
That's awesome. I think he's earned the right to talk as much shit as he wants.
Absolutely. Those are the times I wish I had a capture card. You know,
right.
Oh, no.
So you could actually record it and pull it in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I got to face Zan for the first time the other day.
Yeah, Zan's a demon. Zan's built different.
Zan is definitely built different. That is no joke there. Like, cause I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my god. Like, and I was like, people were actually got impressed. Like, they were like, dude, like you actually moved the ball against Zan. Like even his chat is like, I was like, look, I'm not that good. I'm not even near your level.
Yeah.
And they were like, bro, but you move the ball. You know how many people don't move the ball?
A lot.
I was like,
I said, I'm a big Zan guy. I subscribe to Gridiron Game Plans.
Yeah.
Like that's my go-to. And it's because Zan knows his stuff, dude. Zan used to do the Prima guys.
He's a wizard, bro.
Oh, he just knows that he knows the insides and outs of the game. He sees the code like the Matrix. Like he knows what
locks in. He don't even see players. You just see codes and numbers.
Hear him talk on stream. He's like, yeah. Did you guys know like a cover four palms acts differently than cover four quarters? Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, the free safety actually is first reads the tight end if it's a slot formation, but if it's a 3 wide, it does. I'm like, what are you talking about, you robot? Like that's crazy. Like that's too much for me. Like I don't get that deep into it. Like that's just. And I think sometimes it's almost a detriment because he has to like overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you have a simplified scheme like where you said, sometimes you come out and you don't even make adjustments. Hey, fuck somebody up like that because they expect you to be in. Oh, you're not.
Well, that's what I did.
Know what to do if you do this.
That was the thing I did to him. I didn't make any adjustments. I just stayed base. And he was, and you could tell he was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is happening?" Because I didn't move.
I don't get it.
I didn't move anybody, and like I ended up. I think I picked them off one time, and then that's when I scored. I went and scored 3 points, and I was good. Like I was like, I got 3 points against Zan. I'm good. I'm over here celebrating. And they're like, and the chat's over here trying to root me on. They're like, no, dude, just play. You can beat him. I was like, no, bro. Like, I can't beat him. Like, I know where I'm at, you know? Like, I know where I'm sitting. You know what I mean? I know where I'm at. So that, buddy. I'm like, you know what? Like, we're getting 3 on the board. I'm not getting skunked. Like, so that as soon as I got down there, I was like, he locked me up. Like, I had a hard time running. Like, his run defense crazy. His pass defense was crazy, but I have certain routes that like I'm a base. I like to play base for some reason. I like to play normal football, And that's what I did. And like I started running these little routes that were spinning outwards, and then there were guys spinning behind them, and somebody's coming open. You know what I mean? Because he has to choose where to go. So I'm hitting him, and I got myself up there, and then he just locked me up. I couldn't move the ball no more. But I was in field goal range. I was like, we're kicking it. I kicked it, and I made it. I was like, and then he had 21 at halftime, and I was like, and I'm a 21 guy. I come from old school. If you're down 21 at halftime, game over. You know what I mean? So I just gave it to him, and I went over, I GD'd him, told him good game, whatnot. I said, dude, you're built some other way. And I was like, I don't know what you are, but you're not normal. Like it's super fun. And I've played a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? Like I play a lot of guys that are MCS PS5 versions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's different, bro. Like it's
absolutely.
And it was kind of crazy because I was on the Xbox, and I've been away from the Xbox for 6 months. Because I had both of them at one time. I gave the console. I ended up selling my old Xbox Series X to Prodigy to help them out. Because I knew I could get another one. Like, so it was just going to be in time. So I helped him out, and because he couldn't get one. And then the next one I ended up helping another guy. I helped out Fourth Quarter Gaming because he couldn't get one. So I ended up sending one to him. And that's what I ended up doing. I'm like, these guys can't get them. I can get them. Let's help them out. I know I can get it. I'll eventually get it back. So it took me a good 6 months to get it back.
Nice.
And then we faced Zan. Like I said, we got into Zan, and it was him. He was like, oh, this is only like my third game on next gen. I'm like, oh, I can't fucking tell.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like it was definitely different, man. It was like I've never played anybody like his caliber, and it was just
that's what I'm saying. Like when you play those guys, like I said, when I played Banks, like it was just you're just like this guy's on a. That's why I know I'll never compete competitively. Right. Just they're just built differently. Like they see the game in colors, and we see it in black and white.
Right, like, and like their adjustments are so fast. Like I'm like, how do you know where to go that quick? Like my fingers, like I'm like sitting here and I gotta look down and like, oh, I gotta hit this button. I gotta hit this button. Okay, there's that adjustment. That's it. Get to my player that I want to control. You know what I mean? Like I want to get back to my user because I can't go anywhere else. Like, and these guys are like 12 different adjustments, and you can hear it. Like if they're streaming, they're like,
it's like the type. Yeah, it's like exactly. Like a stenographer at a courtroom. It's just like you're like, what is happening?
Right. So this is a part of the stream I like to get into, and I like to give you the opportunity of this. And now you're going to interview me. You get to ask me any questions you want to ask me. And I like to, this is just something I like to do with everybody because I know you guys have your own questions for me, but I like to keep everything at you guys so the chat gets to learn a little bit more about you guys and what you guys are and what you guys represent. So you can have at it. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Chat, if you guys have questions for Animal, get your questions in the chat and we'll get them out to him. So have at it.
For sure. By the way, the only reason I shouted myself out is because Aiden asked. I'm
not worried about that. No, when you're on the show, it's have at it.
Yeah, no. So So
why the Cowboys?
So, I'll answer that one quick. So first off, if you want to wear, if you can see like everywhere, I have
I think he strategically placed this stuff, guys.
I don't like literally. That's just where it is. I have a big Cowboy star on my bicep. My oldest daughter, who is actually here, I might grab her before we sign off, just because she would love to come in and say hi. Her name's Dallas. Like I'm a big as Cowboys as a fan as you could be. And the reason my dad, my pop's a Cowboys fan, so a generational thing. And I am, I live in California, Northern California, so everybody here is like a Niners fan. They were Raiders fans, but now that they're in Las Vegas. A lot of Niners fans. I didn't want her to become a Niners fan. I couldn't deal with it. So I figured if I named her Dallas, she did not have a choice.
It would have been better than Pittsburgh.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Pittsburgh,
that's funny. They have your number pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. We got one on them. We got one. One of the most recent one too.
Right.
But so that's why I'm a Cowboys fan. So for me to ask you a question, you seem to be really, really good at like the marketing side of Twitch, which a lot of people aren't. Right. How did you get into how you get all these Manscaped and Advanced GG? By the way, pop that chat really quick. You're looking for some supplements. Make sure you use code SME, get 10% off right now. But how do you get those kind of how does that work?
To me, I've always been good at sales. Always been at it. Like it's been a thing that I like to talk. as everybody knows. Like, some people wish I'd shut up half the time, but you know, I'm not gonna shut up because that's not what I do.
Right.
But I've always been good at sales, so it was kind of like, as I got to a senior high school, I kind of started taking business classes, and then my dad was a car salesman. Like, he's, I think, like three. I don't even know. He's been a car salesman for, oh, man, it's probably 20 years plus or more.
Oh, wow.
So the sales part of it is, it's always kind of been there, and understanding that, I think where I get it from is understanding that I'm not big enough to solely just be able to do this as a full-time job and rely solely on Twitch.
Yeah.
So my thing is I learned how to put myself out there to companies. You know what I mean? Because I went to college for a little bit of marketing and stuff like that, and kind of understood it. So it came to like, how can I sell myself, pretty much. And that's basically what you have to do, is you got to approach these companies and let them know what you're about and what you can offer them. It's not so much what you are able to do, it's what can you give them. So with me, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitch, I'm doing crazy good on TikTok,
bro.
crazy good on Instagram. Like it's my Instagram might be better than my TikTok right now with reels.
Oh yeah,
So
your TikTok's blowing up, bro.
and then I've also into the YouTube shorts and everything. So I have a lot of reach, so to say, with how everything goes, and the reach is what speaks to these people, because they want to know how many people can you get yourself in front of, how many people are going to see their product. And with TikTok, I think TikTok has also been a really big thing for me, and me being front paged on Facebook has been a really good boost for me, because that's 5,000 people watching, 5,300 people were watching, and then you have that thing reached over 3 million people. That stream reached over 3 million people, and it had actually 1 million people view it. You know what I mean? So your reach, the reach becomes huge. You know what I mean? Like, your reach now is like unsubstantial. Like, you're being viewed by everybody. Like the numbers. Like when I pitched myself to Advanced GG, the first guy I pitched to from there said no. He said, you're not my type of guy. It wasn't but 5 minutes later that there was another guy by the name of Cody in my inbox. Yo, when can we set up an interview? Literally, literally, this guy passes up on me, and this is the thing, is I tell people, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. The only shot that's bad is the one you don't take. You know what I mean? What are they going to say? No. And you know what's nice about most of these companies that are out here? You can ask them, hey, like, well, what can I do to maybe change this direction? Maybe change this no to a yes. And a lot of these people, a lot of these partner guys that are out here getting partners, and they have certain people that go and grab content creators, right? So these people, they will tell you, hey, look, this is what we're looking for to put you in the spot. Like, so you might need to like bump your average up. Say maybe you have the reach, and you're kind of lacking in your average of viewers. And they want to see you maybe go up 10. So now you know, hey, I gotta really focus on my chat. I gotta focus on everybody that comes in here. Like this, like, it can't be gameplay no more. It's gotta be, hey, look, these guys are number one now. These guys are where it's at. Like, if I don't have these guys, there's nothing here. And that's why you see me, is when you see me, I'm all about my guys, like 110%. Absolutely. So if I ever get anything, the first place it goes is back to my guys. You know what I mean? Instantly comes back to my community. The first thing I did when I got Advanced GG and got the codes, where did they go? They came right back to the XHG community, because those guys are all over my TikToks, all over anything I post inside there. They push it. So what do I have to do? I have to give back to them, because they respect me enough to help push my content and put me in the position to get those things. And that's how I've always looked at it. And I think a lot of people lose sight of when they gain things, when they gain partnerships. They forget the people that were there 110% pushing them to get there. Because if you take those guys away, and you'll eventually lose those guys if you don't get yourself under control when you get partnerships and stuff like that. And that's one thing I was always taught growing up from my uncle is stay humble, remember where you come. No matter how big you get, you go back to where you came from and make sure you remember the people that helped you get there. And I see a lot of people unfocused in that regards. Their heads are big, they lose sight, they got the check mark, they got all this going on, and they forgot about that group that really rode for them. And that's one thing I've never been, and I will never be, because I believe if they had that much, like I said, like got my guy Drunken, this guy's got 35 or 36 months straight subbed in my channel. The first thing I'm doing is like, look, I'm coming back and I'm handing him a code or doing something, you know what I mean? Whatever I can do to help him, I'm going to. And that was the first thing is when I got Grip Plug, I was like, look, here's a couple guys that I think deserve to have sponsorships. Can we help them? First thing I did. I wasn't even in it a day, and I went. That's the first thing I already spent.
Going back to your boys.
But that's how it has to be. And like I said, it comes out to understanding where your reach is, understanding how to market yourself. You know what I mean? They want to see what you can do, and like now, like with the VNCG, one guy passed up on me. Right, so he passes up, and the next guy's like, "Oh, fuck this! No, you're my guy. This is easy." Like it was a 5-minute interview, not even. He was like, "This is an easy yes." He's like, "Dude, you're so consistent with content. Like these are the things he was pointing out. He's like, your content's consistent. You're posting on Instagram. And he looked at all my links. Literally went through it. I'm like, here's all of it. And he got back to me. He's like, dude, you post every day. Sometimes you're posting 2-3 times a day on TikTok. You're constantly you're already putting our product in your videos without us being partnered or asking you to do it." He goes, and that's a big thing, is that you're using their products already. But I'm also a person, I'm not going to go somewhere that I don't believe in the product. I don't want to just put something out there and like, oh, here guys, I want you to drink this, but in all reality, this shit tastes like shit, and I'm not drinking it. I use this stuff daily. You know what I mean? I believe in it, and I love what their product is, and I love what their company represents, because they're first thing I'm already into it. I'm like, hey, what can we do for the charity stream? Is there, you guys want to get involved in the suicide prevention? They jumped on it. The company that jumps on it just like that and didn't hesitate, I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Exactly, because they're there to make money. Every company's there to make money, but they're also there for their partners. They're also there to come back to the communities and whatnot, because they understand these guys, us guys that are partners, and we're making their money for them. We're helping them push their product, get their product seen. And once you understand your reach, where your product and what you can offer them, once you can offer that to them, most companies won't turn you down.
That's cool. No, I love that. That's
the thing, like, because I got asked this, like, this is the second time I've been asked this, and like Lauren and Shop asked me, they're like, well, how do you go to these companies? Because they were asking me about these decks and stuff that people build. I said, I've never built a deck in my life. And basically a deck it shows what you can offer in a professional form, with like, you have it all decked out in different formats and pictures and all this. It's just like a profile type of deal, and
like a portfolio or something.
Yeah. So it's like that essentially, and companies love them. I've never used one. And I've just always go, hey, look, this is what I can give you. This is what I'm capable of. And this is what I can, like, this is where we're going. And I give that to them like that. Sometimes they take it, sometimes they don't. I've been lucky. Manscaped took it. I've done well. And that's awesome. I mean, look at now. He got one, like this, like I go back to VNCG so much on it because one guy said no. Yeah. And now it's kind of like, whoop, you got kicked in the pecker. Because now, because look how successful it's been. Like, I mean, we're essentially like 10 uses of the code away from going to the next tier. You know what I mean? Awesome. And which is crazy. It's the beginning of the month. We're 10 days into the month, and we're all but at another tier because of how these guys, like the guys in chat, Casio, all you guys in chat, believe in what I'm doing. Yeah. And that's a big thing to me. Is like, if you can respect me enough to believe in what I'm doing and put your money or time into me, like, I have to battle for you guys, and that's just how I always go about it. Like, I can't wait till I have a damn check mark. Like I keep telling, like, once I get a check mark, like, we're going and grabbing everybody that's fucking rode for me, and we're yanking you. Like, you're coming. Like, we're not letting you stay behind. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things. Is like, I think everybody is capable of it. Like, everybody can get a sponsorship. It all depends on where you want to go. Sometimes you got to start out smaller and work yourself into something bigger. And understand the game a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because it's a business, it's a game that you got to play, and I think everybody's capable of it.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. Like I said, not for my own. I was just curious. Like I said, you seem to be far more successful at grabbing these things, and I was just wondering what you were doing differently. So that's actually really good to know. It's really good
I
insight
just
on your
put
process,
I
which is
put
great.
myself forward, man. Like, and it's
Oh yeah,
like people get like I said, shop was like, you really never built a portfolio or a deck. I'm like, nah, man.
no, that's
I
cool.
was like, I put myself out there. Like, you get my links, you get, hey, look, this, I'll give you a type up of what I can offer you and what you can, and you're gonna either say yes or you're gonna say no. You say no, then okay, I'll go back to the drawing board and come back at it.
I love it. That's cool, man. That's super cool.
And that's the part of it, you know what I mean? Like, that's the part of it, is I think people get afraid to do it.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yeah, yeah. People fear rejection.
well, I think what lit me is that I got to work with Elgato. When I got to work with Elgato and they put me in a commercial, I think that's what, like, hey, look, I can really do this. I can get I can get these sponsorships. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
for a company as big as Elgato to take a shot at that and putting me in a commercial, like, I was like,
it's dope.
I was like, yo, like, what?
It's super dope.
Yeah, I had no clue it was coming. Like, I had no clue. They were just like, hey, can
I
you
love
do a
that.
video on this? And I was like, yeah, no problem. Next thing you know, they're like, here's this and here's that. And I'm like, well, okay.
All right, say less. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
right.
That's dope, dude.
So, I mean, is there anything else that you have for me?
Yeah. Well, Kai's asked when the last time I didn't have a beard was. So I want to make sure I answer that because it's actually a good story. Uh, so the beard came once this went away. So I used to, and it sucks too because I used to have a really nice head of hair. I used to, like, back in high school, I had like have like the spiky hair with the bleach tips and the
You
pop
had
collar and all that.
so
I had like a
so
little chin
so
strap
so what you're
beard.
saying is you were like a
I was a fuck boy.
you were
Booty shell
wasn't
necklace, the
gonna
whole
go
thing.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna go like Backstreet Boy. I was gonna be
Oh yeah,
nice.
for sure. No, dude, all of it. Like I said, the fucking bleached. It was all. I'll have to find some
He
pictures
said
in
I
the
was a
next.
fuck boy.
I'll have to post them, dude. It was like I said, dude, it's crazy. Like, so I always, like, I always had like the forming cream and all this stuff.
Oh my
And like I said,
god.
having played football like forever, like we'd play on Thanksgiving. The Turkey Bowl, and I'd always dominate just because, like I said, I played semi-pro for a little bit, and
Right.
I played all through college, and so I'd always dominate on the field out there. So, and a bunch of my buddies, bigger guys, not athletes. So the way they get to me is like I was going against one of my best friends, Zach, and he actually so I was in a 3-point stance and I was just kind of killing him all day, rushing the quarterback, and so I'm in a 3-point stance, like right before the quarterback snaps the ball, he looks at me, he goes, "Hey, nice bald spot, bitch," and I was like, like, threw me off, and he ended up pancaking me, and like it just like screwed with me, and I was like, you're tripping, you're totally tripping. So I got my haircut like a couple days later, and the lady's cut my hair, and she goes, "Oh, you're thinning in the back." And I was like, "You guys are." I was like, "You're crazy." I was like, "She's just trying to sell me her expensive cream to, like, you're out of your mind." So if you've ever been to Target, like, have you ever been to Target, like, in the Target they have like double windows, like double
right.
mirrors.
Yeah.
And when you're trying on clothes, like, you can see what it looks like from behind. So I was trying on like a shirt, and I look in the mirror and I look at the back, and it literally, like, the ball, I could see like just I had all my hair, and I just see the baldest of spots you could ever see. Like, it's like no hair is there at all, and it's like, oh my god, nightmare. So I like went home, and I crying, I like Britney'd my hair off. I just shaved it all off. Like, just, I was like, I'm done. And then from that day on, I grew my beard out. I was like, I have to counteract it. I can't I can't look like so yeah. So since then, so that was about 6 years ago that I've had a beard. I can't imagine not having this. Like, this is like my security blanket. It's like, it's my it's all I got. It's all I got in this world,
I'm done.
So that's the answer to your
Uh,
question, guys. It's been about 5 years. Yeah, I
Oh
played.
shit.
So, cause that's what position I played. I played in a 4-4 traditionally. So I was like a strong safety, roll the line of scrimmage, so kind of like an outside
Play strong.
linebacker.
You used to play strong safety.
Yeah.
Were you a little
And
guy? Were you a little guy at one time?
I was 5'10", 180, like a
Oh
buck
wow.
75, buck 80. Yeah. And then I had kids.
Yeah, I feel you.
I had kids,
It
and
all slows down after
yeah, I also
that.
herniated 2 discs in my back when I was training
Well,
for
yeah.
college because
Well, I'll
I
get you.
had a scholarship, and
Was
yeah,
it? Were you
car
D1
cleaning.
or what?
No, it was D3.
D3.
It was nothing.
Hey,
I was a 5'10" linebacker. I wasn't getting no D1 college.
right, right. I
You know,
mean,
linebacker
back in the
safety.
day,
Yeah,
they weren't as tall and agile as they are now.
true. It's true. Now it's cool. It's funny that like I got like my high school. I actually had a bunch of offers coming out of high school. I was like the defensive MVP of Capital Athletic League here in Sacramento. So I actually had a lot of hype going into college, and then I ended up picking a school closer. And just because I'm a big family guy, like my entire family lives within like a mile radius of each other. Like
That would
that's
suck.
you'd think so, but it's kind of the opposite. Like I said, I can call my
Hey,
mom, and like I
I
said, she's
mean,
watching Dallas right
it
now, which
depends on
I
your
should probably go.
family.
Yes, and I'm very so we have actually a really small family.
Right.
We've it's been a rough couple of years. Like I don't have like I've lost all my grandparents. My brother passed away like last year. He actually overdosed in a halfway house of all places.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. So I've suffered a lot of loss, and that's what I really think has helped me in this Twitch community, because it's come at a time where I'm feeling super isolated, feeling super alone, and circles are getting smaller, and
Right.
it was a time where I was like at my lowest. Like I felt like a failure, just in general, just like
Right.
everything's crumbling around me. And then this community has been such a boom. Like Mamrie had posted a tweet I think a couple days ago, basically asking, not talking about subs or bits, like what is the best benefit to you from Twitch. And it's this community, it's the sense of family that I have,
Right.
it's the friendships that I've made, and the way that I can come into a room and people ask me how my day is and genuinely want to know. They're not just saying, she'll be like, oh, what's up, bro? Like they'll ask me, and they'll ask me how Dallas is doing and how Sailor's doing. Like that stuff means a lot to me. And it's like, especially, how I said, having a really small, tight knit family, this has really helped expand that for me. And it's something that I will always treasure. Even if I stop streaming tomorrow, there's friendships that I've made in here that I will always have for, the rest of my life.
Right.
So
Right.
I love this platform. I love,
It's definitely
everything it
crazy.
provides.
It's definitely crazy how this platform is and how
Yeah.
it does things that you would never think. Like
Oh.
honestly, like it's like you never think like, oh, I'm gonna play some video game, I'm gonna stream it,
Right.
and next thing you know, you're freaking caught up. You're got these guys that just ride out with you. Like I said, like I got like Rucci, I got Mrs. P, and Mr. P. These guys are drunken. These guys are 30 plus, 35 plus months sub to me, really. And it's like,
Crazy.
and I know I have their numbers.
Yeah.
I have their, like, it's people that I know. Hey, look, if I just need to vent, I can call these people. You know what I mean? Like if I need to just release something, I can call these people. Funky's another guy that me and Funky, like we're like brothers. Like it's like
Oh, yeah.
literally like a relationship like that. Like he's the older brother. He picks on me all the time. I pick
love that.
back, and like the other, it was a couple months ago, but like his son, me and his son actually, like I got on, like I'm all about the community and having fun with my community, and his son was watching me play Fortnite and stuff like that, and he's like asking his dad. I can hear him in the background. He's asking, "Hey, can you think he'll play the game with me? Think he'll play the game with me?" His son's young, and it's like, so it's like I'm that type of guy. Like I want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that
Yeah.
dickheaded football player that, oh no, I'm not signing your autograph. Get away from me. You know what I mean? I want to be that guy. Like, and so Funky asked me, he's like, "Hey, will you play the game with him?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Absolutely, let's go." So we got in. We started. We're wrecking. We're playing. Like his son's pretty good at the game,
Oh, cool.
and we're doing that. And I'm just like this is what it's about. I could hear his son freaking laughing, having
I
like this
love that,
crazy
dude.
time. So like it was a couple months ago. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give the first shirt, the new logo, the Semi 45 logo that's out now with Captain Hook and all that. I'm like, I'm gonna give him the first shirt. So that's what I did. I was like, Funky, what's your address?
Cool.
He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, just give me your kids, give me your address and give me your son's size. Does it? And next thing you know, the package arrives and he sends me a video and his son's got the shirt on and he's like, "Thank
Love
you,
that.
Smee." Da, da, da. Like, I mean, the biggest smile, like ear. This, I mean,
That's amazing,
this
bro. I
thing's
love
wrapping
that.
around his head, bro. And there's nothing like
Oh yeah,
the joy of like
bro. What it's
you
about,
never
man.
think you can bring that joy to somebody like
Isn't
that.
that
Though. Like,
crazy? Like,
and
it's just so crazy. Like, you never know the effects you can have on somebody's
right,
day, or
right,
because you never know what somebody's going through, and it's just like it's so amazing that shit, you just hit a button and you're just fucking playing a football game, and you're
right.
somehow making somebody's day better, and you're
But I
you
think
don't
it's
know
also
what
the
people are going through.
conversation that
Yeah,
some of us are willing to have. Not everybody's willing to
yeah,
have this conversation. No,
100% not.
and I think that's where the biggest engagement is, as the guys that want to have that conversation aren't afraid to touch those subjects. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it was huge to me. Like, that was probably one of my
that's
biggest
cool.
things. And then having one of my mods, like, his name's Mystic, and the kid's been around me. I mean, he's growing up now. Like, he doesn't really stream anymore, but he was like a little brother. Like, I kind of put him under my wing, and
Thank you, guys.
I played games for him from like what, I think he was 13 when I first met him. Kid's now like 17, 18 years old. He made me this cool thing of a logo of one of my logos before I changed it, and out of wood and all this stuff. Like, took his time and made the thing, and I'm just like, bro, like, what? Like,
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
those things are just
Yeah,
like they touch a certain spot, man, and you don't think
yeah.
you'd
You
ever
can't
see
buy that
that.
at store.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's got sentimental value. Like, that's amazing. I love that.
right. And I mean, and it's just that's the platform. Like, it, and it's as toxic as it is in places.
It can be. It
It's
can be at times.
weird. It's weird how it's not like our group of people. There's no time. Like, we'll work together,
Nah.
we'll do
Yeah,
things
we're very
together,
blessed.
and like we don't have that toxic part. Even though it exists in the Madden community, for some reason it just doesn't get in that circle,
Nah,
and it's crazy.
the protection. It's cool.
But the answer Kyle here, he asked me if I played. I did play. I played from the age of 6 to 33. I played outside linebacker, fullback, tight end, and a little bit of running back, because I was fast at one time. Well, not super fast, but I was fast enough. And
You've got some great stories.
I
I've
was
only heard a
bigger than
couple of
I
them.
was bigger than this guy though in school. I was 210 pounds. So I was a little bit more. I was probably like I was like a lot more leg than anything. Where like my legs are just where I was. I was in my senior year. I was squatting like 365. So like dude, that's all I did. And then like my whole junior and senior year, all I did was run with the freaking soccer team, because we had our soccer team. Our coach was a military guy,
Oh wow.
so he took these guys on like 5 mile runs. Like, they might have not have been the best team, but I tell you what, they outrun every team that was on the field.
I love that.
And it was crazy. If you have anything else, if you don't have anything else, we can get out of here.
Do you mind if I grab my Dallas
Yeah,
real quick?
bring
I know
her
she
on,
would love
man.
to come in and say hi. Let me go grab her really quick. She'd love to say hi.
My big meathead's over here too.
All right, let me grab her really quick.
My big meathead's over here.
Like that.
Come here, meathead. This is my oldest right here, meathead. My twin. Meathead. My twin. He's getting his daughter. Don't she look like my twin? Don't she look like my twin? I'm turning. Fine over here.
Solid stuff here. Hey, come on. Hey, take your pinky out. Let's be.
Yeah, she's coming.
Oh, come on, big girl.
Mini me?
No, you're gonna
Dude, she's
meet him
like
right now.
5'4". She ain't no mini.
So that's him right there.
Hi.
You say hi. Hi. There's a bunch of people in there too. So that's me.
Nice to meet you.
Good man.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. And we got a bunch of people. Can you say hi? Can you want to say hi to Kai's in fourth quarter?
No, we're just gonna stick the tongue out.
Just wave, maybe. Put your tongue away, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Get that tongue away.
Yeah, this is my oldest behind me. This is
And Ray
Aaliyah.
Dog, say hi. Can you say hi, Ray Dog? Say hi. I love it. Good to see you. That's his daughter right there.
This is my oldest one. My
No way. All
middle
right.
daughter is not home.
You're being crazy. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Just yes.
No.
Look, see, Stony. You remember your buddy Stony? Yeah. Stoney's in chat, so he's not on the screen right now, but he's in chat. You want to say hi to Tony and Marcy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she calls Stony Tony, which is the cutest thing.
Tony.
That's right.
Call him the Beard Wonder.
Tony.
Yeah. All right, go play. I'll be right back. I'm almost done. Yeah, you little butt.
Oh my, you got your hands full.
Dude, that was fun. I'm glad I was able to bring her on here.
Yeah, man, it's always good to see.
That's from this morning. We'll throw that away.
Yeah,
I'll get you another one.
This is the oldest one here, and then the middle one, she's getting ready to turn 11, and she's a tank. Like she's pretty tall. Like she's like 5'4", I think, at almost 11 years old. And then we have Alexa, which is not here. She's at her friend's, but then like, and she is 9, I think. I don't know. I can't keep their birthdays together.
Yeah, right. I know.
And then LJ is my son. He is the youngest, and he will be 6 in November.
And he was the one you were telling me about was cracking the ball already with that tee, right?
Yeah, he's a sports player. He loves the sports. Like I had him the other day. I was like, so would you rather go watch NFL football? Because I was gonna take him to the game because the tickets are super cheap down there right now for like preseason. You can go down to the game for like $10 and sit in like great seats.
That's amazing.
So I was gonna take him down there, and I was like, or would you like to go see the Orioles play? And I'm like, I'm thinking he's gonna go football because like I'm all football and he loves playing football. Yeah. But he was like, I want to see the Orioles. I'm like, fuck. I was like, damn, because they literally
want to do the football.
well, they literally play the day before my birthday. Yeah, so my birthday's the 21st of August, and they play the 20th of August. And like, so he starts school this year for the first time because he has that weird birthday, so he like missed the cutoff, starting early. But he starts school this year. She goes to middle school, and I believe the other one is in 4th grade. I can't keep the grades together anymore. Right, I know. It goes so fast, man.
You're pulling an Antonio Cromartie right now, my friend.
It goes so fast. It really does. It's just like,
Bro, I feel you on that one. I feel you. It's just she was just nothing. Now she's sassy as hell. It just happens so fast, man.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
It does. But
it's fun watching their little personalities develop. That's my favorite part.
Dude, I super enjoyed this, and thank you
had a blast.
again. Thank you again for coming on, man. Like this is like I got to get to know you better, got a huge insight on you, and I love it because it makes me understand you so much better and like draws me to you more. Like it's just like I
appreciate that.
You're
I appreciate you having me.
You're doing it. Like not all dads do the single dad thing.
Yep.
So
kudos
to you, man.
I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you rescheduling so that we don't.
Hey, look,
the bad release.
we almost fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because honestly, I don't think we have anybody here if we did it on Thursday.
100% not. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, guys, Casio, Wiki, Ray Dog, thank you guys all so much.
Yeah, man,
I appreciate you guys all hanging out too.
Like this was freaking phenomenal, man. Like this is a really good show. Like I think you gave Mamrie a run. I think he gave Mamrie
he's got stories I can compete with. I just
but stories, it's not always stories, man.
I just try to be a little,
I think it's one of those things, man, is that you get insight to people, and that's what I liked about it. Like it's not so much. I mean, there's a lot of people that do different podcasts in here inside our community, and they all do them differently. You know what I mean? Like I've had throughout this whole thing, like season 1, man, we had some big names on here. You know what I mean?
I was listening to a bunch of them.
Like, I mean, we had W on here. We had one great user. We had D Croft was on here.
Fancy, Findler.
and,
You had so many.
and I think these are the ones I enjoy the most.
I love
Because
it. Well, that's
I
cool.
feel like we get to get on a personal level. We get to get on that personal level. We get to really dig into each other. You get to ask questions about me. I get to get into who you are, what you represent,
Yeah.
and I really think it gives a really good perspective to the community
No,
because
I
they
love
don't
it, dude.
get they don't get this. You know what I mean? They don't get
Of course
this
not.
why they come in our streams.
I
And
agree. Like I said, it's good just chopping up. Like I said, you're somebody I always enjoy talking to,
right.
interacting with, whether it's a chat or So it's an honor to be here. It really is. It's an honor that you had me on here.
I like that. I remember the 360 cup, no spill.
Oh, dude, bro, no spill. It's amazing.
Mrs. P. That's speaking of the person that we were speaking about earlier. She is one person. Like this lady. I met her through her husband. Her husband's a freaking phenomenal dude. He is part of the Get Sticky crew. He's just super busy with work and everything. This lady literally, they're both in chat now, actually. So maybe he's not busy right now.
I love it.
But these two people right here are the kindest people you'll ever meet. Like, if it wasn't, like, a lot of people don't know this. If it wasn't for Mr. P, I may have never ever made the switch to a computer.
Oh wow.
This guy.
Oh, wow.
So he ordered. He got this awesome order where he ordered the Elgato. He ordered the Elgato, the external one, and they sent him like 2 of them. So he did a giveaway. Wow. He's like, look, do a giveaway. And then the guy was like, well, it costs too much to send it here. So he's like, just send me the money. Mr. P's like, yeah. He's like, it's me. I got you. I'm like, what? He's like, just give me your address. I gave him my address, and this is after knowing him a little bit. Like, I didn't just give my address out. So, like, I've talked to him on the phone, talked to them, and this dude's generosity. I mean, it's a $250 piece of equipment. You know what I mean? Yeah. Didn't ask for a dime. He's like, bro. He's like, you need to get off the console. And because that's how I streamed. When I first started, I was all console, no camera. And I sat in a chair called the Ass Breaker 2000. And it was the kitchen chair, and it was solid wood. And I'm telling you what, the way I streamed was horrible because I streamed for hours. Like hours. Like 17 straight, right? Like 17 hours straight I'd go playing Fortnite. I was addicted to it. And I'd get up off of it and I couldn't stand. Like I literally, my ass would hurt so bad that I couldn't stand up right. So we started stacking pillows on this thing, and they thought I was joking. Like the chat and everybody thought I was joking because what I do is I pop the laptop open, and I'd stream from the console, and I'd read my chat through the laptop.
Yeah.
And they thought I was joking that I'm sitting on this chair and how my setup was. So I ended up getting a capture card. My wife gets this crazy deal on the C922 Logitech camera.
Oh, nice.
Like it's 100. I think it was like $120 camera at the time, and she gets this camera for $38 for Christmas.
Sheesh.
On some crazy deal. So I got this, and next thing you know, I'm opening up this package, and it's from him, and it's the goddamn Elgato. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, make money. Like, I'm like, you don't have to do this. Like, sell this thing. And he's like, no, dude. He's like, because like me and him locked on, like we clicked right away. And I'm always helping people. And he got in that spot where his RAM started going bad, and I had RAM that matched his RAM, so I was like instantly like, phew, no questions. Like your computer's not going down. We're gonna help. We're getting this thing right quick. So he's thanking me for help, and I'm like, bro, never. I don't ever ask for thanks. Like you don't have to. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do. So he sends me this thing, and I'm blown away. And like literally, he's the reason that I actually got to be able to stream from a PC.
Well, dude, mad love to Mr. P then, because that's
I mean, he started it for me, and like that's what I said. The respect is crazy. Like they've been with me for over 3 years.
That's so cool.
And like I said, I always like that. I give him all the credit in the world for getting me going. And that's what I said. Like the communities that you can build is it's unreal. Like And like I said, once I got that thing, I showed them the chair that I was sitting on, and they didn't believe me. And I had three pillows stacked on this because like it hurt my ass, bro. Like I couldn't do it no more. Like I was getting up, I was leaning to the side, and I couldn't straighten out because of it.
That's amazing.
And next thing you know, there was another guy. I don't talk to him anymore, and it sucks. But he comes through and he's like, here, he's like, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, boom boom boom, knock at the door one day. Here's a fucking chair. And I'm like, what are you? I'm like, what are you doing, guys? Like, stop. And that's how it all got going. We got out of the chair, and then like it was on from there. Like I was like, I can't, like I'm locking in. We can't fail. And we've had so much fun times. Like that's like funky right now. This is what I really love about the communities that you build, because you get these memories over the year. We were all like, Mr. P's like, I'm gonna do a 24-hour with you. We're gonna drink, blah blah blah. And I bet you we might have been like 2 hours into this thing, and all you hear is
Amazing.
Oh no, he's drunk, knocked out. Like, so he got that deep old snore going, and it was like none of us lasted. We were all done like 2 hours into this thing because we all got drunk.
Amazing.
He's drunk, sleeping.
Amazing.
I'm in the bathroom puking because of Prod and Funky. It's their fault because we're just she like Mrs. P's yelling at him. Funky and them thinking, Funky and Prod think it's fucking hilarious because I'm good. I'm drunk,
Yeah.
right? Because I haven't drank in a while, but I'm over here pounding the Heinekens, right?
Like you're back in college.
And they're going. I'm going, bro. I'm like 12 deep by myself. Got a 12 pack now. I'm good while I'm on Madden. You know, the movement's not too bad. These motherfuckers get on the plane. I kid you not, they did it on purpose. They get on the plane. The first thing they do is start spinning in front of me. So I'm watching, and my head's going like this. I'm like a cat, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm like, whoa. Then next thing you know, I get down to the ground, and as I'm coming down, I'm watching people spin, and I hit, and then fucking Funky runs in front of me and just spins real fast, like snaps his mouse, and I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, I'll be back, and I close my mouth real quick, and I literally run to the thing. My wife's looking at me. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, so I get in the bathroom, I yak it, and I come back, and I was like, never again am I playing this drunk. I was like, never again, bro. And I was like, no, it was done. Like, and this is what you get from it, man. You get these guys that you bond with, like you got Stony, and you got Mamory, and you got Yonk. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But again, man, I appreciate you so much for coming on and having the conversation we had tonight. Like, this is absolutely fun. Like, this is a fun one.
Dude, my cheeks hurt. I've been smiling a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's contagious.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the milkshake chance. Oh my god. So this guy hits a sub. We got to talk about this before we get out of here. We have to talk about this because this is legendary. So this guy hits his sub goal. He has a sub goal up, and you know the milkshake song. Milkshake brings on my bullets in the yard. Yeah. So his thing is if he hits this goal, he'll do the milkshake dance. And mind you, Mr. P's a big boy. Like, he's 300 pounds full Mexican, over 300-pound full Mexican big boy, right? I call him Samoan because I always say, because we have a thing between me and him. He always gives out Samoan bear hugs because he's just that guy. Like, he's big as shit, but he's a big cuddly bear. So this guy's he got this white t-shirt on. He's in the shower and he hits this thing and this song's going. He's pouring chocolate milk over his head and everything. And he gets to the one gallon that is sour. And it comes out and it's just clumps and just hitting them. No. Yeah, it's just clumpy, like bad milk. And you hear him like, bleh! He's over here going. God. And then Mrs. P's like this, and she's like, she messages, like, I'm streaming, we're watching it, we have it up, like I literally have it up on stream while we're watching him do this. And you can hear him in the back going, and he's like, amazing. He's like, babe, cut the camera off. And she keeps it rolling. Of course. And good woman. And we're losing it. And she's like, Smeet. She's like, yeah, go ahead and post it. So amazing. She's like, Smeet, that gallon was rotten. I was like, what? And I was like, no. I was like, you can't pour rotten milk over your head. Yeah, that dude, I'm telling you.
I will watch that later for sure.
I'm telling you, I was dying when I found out that it was freaking rotten.
It's so good, dude.
Like
Holy
chunky
shit.
chocolate milk pouring over your head, bro.
God.
But this, like I said, man, like you can't get it, man. You can't get this
No,
anywhere.
nope. You sure can. Like I said, be best community on Twitch. Not even close.
Man. Like I said, guys, again, I don't know, who do we have next week? I actually think we have one of my sponsors coming on next week, the guy to give you guys some more insight on how to achieve getting sponsorships with them. So yeah, the 19th. Yeah. So that next Thursday will be Grip Plugs. Grip Plugs will be coming on, and they will be giving out some knowledge of what they're bringing out, new product that's coming. New product is coming with their I guess with their views and their whole shebang of what their company is doing. They are like a newer company. They're not as big as like Control Freaks and stuff like that, but they will be on doing a little thing giving you guys some knowledge of how to obtain sponsorships, what they're looking for out of people. I mean, I know there's a ton of us that have it, and whatnot, but so that'll be coming next week, and then the week after that we actually have Advanced GG coming on. So you guys might want to be here to learn a little something what they're looking for, how to obtain. Like I said, I'm always trying to give back to you guys and give you guys the opportunity to get these things. And I thought this was a cool way of doing. I've never seen anybody really bring a sponsorship into a podcast, or a partnership, whatever you want to call it, into a podcast to give you guys insight on how these companies work and how to get a chance at possibly locking in your spot. But till next time, guys, stay blessed. Animal again. Thank you, sir. Much respect to you. Guys, make sure you guys stay sticky.